Are you wasting your time and money on inefficiencies in the business? Are sales down and lead conversion rates are low? Are you having problems building or maintaining inventory levels? What does it really take to win in the automotive industry?
Get the cars that make sense for your store rather than just wishing at an auction, so it gives you that better control.
With over 25 years of experience, Daryl the Wolf Steed isn't just another industry voice. He's the guy who's out there solving real problems for dealers just like you.
They'll even say in the Pacific Northwest where you're at that it's a tougher market. It's, tougher to find cars. The market's a little bit softer. And in the midst of all this, your turn doubled and your profit's up 75%.
Yes.
The truth hurts only when it should. Are you ready to hear the truths? Daryl is here to unpack the hard truths and the proven strategies that will take your dealership from struggling to soaring. And he is taking it all in the streets, with real talk, open dialogue, unfiltered conversations. This is the podcast series, Street Smarts, powered by Smart Wolf Consulting.
All right. Welcome back to Street Smarts, powered by Smart Wolf Consulting. I'm Daryl Steed, and we're going live with a brand new announcement. We kind of gave you a teaser last week, but before we do that, we want to start with a tip of the day. Tip of the day, used car acquisition. I want you guys to think about it when you guys are handling leads, right? So there's lots of different things that we go over in training with leads, but we're going to go over a very simple one that you could do today is with leads. When you're answering them, okay, are you asking questions? Or are you telling them what you can do? So we've heard this for years in the business, right? Sell, don't tell. But in acquisition, slightly different. You need to ask and engage, not tell and sell. And the reason this is extremely important is so that you can find out the motivations, connect with the customers, and see what it takes to earn their business rather than tell them what you can do and then have to defend why you're the best option. So that's the tip of the day. Make sure you're asking, not telling, when you're handling your leads or any type of engagement with customers. So getting back to the big announcement, some of you guys may have seen it and some of you guys may have not, but Smart Wolf Consulting has decided to take a different approach, challenge the market, and take excuses out of the market, right? This is where we really find out who wants to get better and who doesn't. And some of you guys may have seen Brian Kramer's post today. He actually had two of them, very phenomenal posts. The first one was about Steve Jobs and talking about how they redefined Apple and the people wanted to stay the same. And in order to do that, you couldn't because things were always evolving. The second one was talking about F&I and used car operations and how if we treated F&I like we treated used car operations, that we'd see mass hysteria because we have to have consistency. We have to demand execution, discipline, doing it every time, and we don't in that in used car operations. So we have been leading up to this. We have a couple days left in May. And, the thought was to wait till May was over, but why are we waiting, right? Let's get things started. The goal is to launch a brand new Street Smarts Genius Group. And what this is designed to do, and I'm going to, let's see if I can find it here, guys. Give me 1 second. I think it's this. There we go. We're going to present this up on the screen for those of you guys who are watching, is that we have decided to release the Academy. Now, the Academy was priced out at about $2,500 a month. It has multiple different video trainings, tests, role plays, things of that nature to get you dialed in for acquisition. What we have found is that a lot of people have engaged with it. They've liked it. The walk around itself is world-class, award-winning, and I personally would guarantee you if done every single time, you would increase the gross on any vehicle. So when we think about that is why haven't so many people gotten into it? Well, we all know that we're price conscious. We're always looking at what we can and can't spend. So we said, you know what, let's go ahead and reduce the price of that because we want everyone to have an opportunity to master their used car acquisition and strategy, not to mention their operations. However, we said, you know what? I don't know if that's enough. Everyone's looking for a massive amount of value. So we said, let's go one further. I know personally, guys, this walk around that's in that academy, when you install this into your store, just in your trade-in process, you would make the money back you would invest in the program I'm about to announce in your first month, if not your second month, depending on your volume. That's how much it would increase your guys' trade profits by doing this in a way that's more engaging for the customer. But we went one further because giving you an academy, then with no support or no additional training, we have to hope and anticipate that everyone's going to be able to take these challenges, get involved, and do these things. And not everybody's set up for that. So we said, you know what? I've now developed 52 different topics for training, strategy, operational support, anything you can imagine, used car acquisition and operations. So when you get into this program, okay, it is a 12-month agreement, $995 a month. So we're talking less than $1,000. For most stores, if not 90% of stores, you'll actually waste $1,000 on rounding errors or mistakes. So to get training and development to get better at used cars for such a low price, this should be the easiest thing to say yes to in the industry. But what we've done is we said, okay, here's the academy. You get as many users as you want in your rooftop, right? Per rooftop. Then you're going to get individual weekly training sessions that we're going to go over multitudes of topics. There'll be question and answer time in each single one of these webinar sessions. It allows you to continue learning and getting consistency so that you can develop a strategy and the discipline to execute. That's the key thing here, is continually training and giving confidence so that you can get the discipline to execute these strategies to make your store successful. Every store that I've worked with as a consultant with ICO, and when I was there, and then as a used car director, by deploying these strategies, I have not had people not have success. It is one of those things that it takes the understanding, the training, and then the discipline to execute. And that's what we've developed. Is so now you're going to get the only effective learning academy out there for acquisition. So there's plenty of academies and training tools out there for sales and how to sell cars and stuff. This is all designed for acquisition and operations. So how to really get into an effective way to buy more cars, private party, lead handling, even trade-ins in some cases. And then we said, you know what, let's give you 12 months, 52 weeks of different topics, from pay plans to how you hire people, to manager operations, to flooring lines and understanding that compression, to walk-arounds and really breaking it out so that you can really understand why you need to do that, where you're going to do it, how you're going to do it. And we're going to do these every single week. Now, the best part about this is I get it. As some people are going like, wow, 52 weeks, that's a long time. Well, you're going to get invited when you sign up for this for all these, topics. If you decide you don't want to go to one, or you don't need to know that one, or you don't have time, come to the ones you want and don't come to the ones you don't want. It's really up to you, but there's going to be a weekly session every single week. So if you want to learn every top piece of topic, diving in deep, getting all the understanding, the psychology, then we want to see you there. If for some reason you have conflicts, we completely understand, right? You'll have access to those because they will be recorded and they will be sent into the group's recap with a podcast style recap, as well as a briefing recap and the recording into a share drive so that you have these to be able to go back on if you're in the group, because there's your own platform to then access these. So when you think about that, is like, wow, right? How do I say no now to mastering my used car operations and acquisition? It is not only the most valuable thing that you can find for $9.95 a month, it is by far the best value you can possibly spend. So we are going to be talking about this for the next couple weeks as we roll this out. Now, the caveat is, there is a caveat, and I want to make sure everybody understands this, is we're only going to release this to the first 30 dealers. So I have some speaking events. I sent out some emails. I'm going to be sending out some text messages to people that I've already talked to, been in front of and speaking. So it's first come, first serve, but 30 people. Now, if you want to get into this after the 30 people, you certainly can, but like anything else, the first 30 are going to get the opportunity to get this at $9.95 a month. Anyone after that, the price will go up, because based on the value of what this is, it should be thousands of dollars more. But we want to make sure that we're giving everyone an opportunity to say yes. So the ones that take advantage of this, you're going to get the insights and experience and expertise in the methodology and discipline on how to maximize your guys' used car acquisition strategies, from private party, trade-ins, service drive, lead handling. And we're not going to focus a lot on auction, because we all know how to buy cars from auction, right? You either have to spend a lot of time to find very few at the right price, or you just keep your hand up in the air and overpay for them. But we're going to focus on the places that we can control, the places we can go after, and the methodologies on how you guys can make more money. I hope to see a lot of you guys reach out, because now we've kind of taken those excuses away, right? It's not too expensive. It's not like you're just getting one thing. You're getting a multitude of different things. And you now can put something in place for that your people don't have excuses either, right? We're going to be able to train and develop them and give them what they need. So it's one less thing off your manager's plate as well. So they don't have to worry about training them on something that they don't really have a lot of experience in. They're going to get expert level training, consistent engagement, and you then all you have to do is take what they're learning, put it into place, and maximize your guys' profitability. This is Daryl Steed with Smart Wolf Consulting and the Street Smarts podcast. I hope to hear from all of you guys. If you have any questions, please put them into chat. If you watch this now, you watch it later, and I will make sure I answer every single one of them. Have a fantastic Wednesday, and by all means, let's win together and let's get this thing going.